Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. As you probably were able to guess by looking at the thumbnail, I am currently on my journey through Gummy's TBC server Felmyst. Before I start this video, I would like to preface it by saying that the following minutes will be more like a progress report and not a full out thorough review. Kinda the same thing I did for Hades, and as with that one, I am willing to say right off the bat that Felmyst is currently the best available option for the expansion it represents, and that of course being the Burning Crusade in this case. I am not talking PvP or raid wise, as I still have not tested those parts to an extent that would justify a judgment, but just from the amazing quest experience and the enjoyment factor itself, this has been the most fun I've had on a private server since the early days of Nostarius. And I think for me there is not really another comparison that describes this better, but I guess I can try. It is this mix of nostalgia, immersion, excitement and pure quality which pulls you into the world and almost won't let you go. And it's not just the questing alone, it's those little details that make your journey even more special. Scripted dialogues and patterns between NPCs, the bliss-like behavior of enemies, special abilities that trigger at a certain threshold, no placeholder or instant handing quests. Basically there's almost nothing that withdraws you from this immersive trip through Azeroth and the Outlands. It is a questing quality that is on par with Nostarius, and we are talking about a TBC server here. I think this alone should tell you a lot. Felmyst is a ×1 server, and to be honest, I thought I was fed up with questing and would only play on higher rate servers. Still, I gave into the quote-unquote hype, tried it out, and from the start, something about Felmyst just felt right. What I'm trying to say here is that without this feeling, I would not have invested as much time as I did. For example, skilling professions, building up different characters, and sinking hours into traveling the world. The outstanding questing quality was probably the biggest factor that kept me going. I could solve quest lines I wasn't able to do before, and even given the sheer amount of quests you have to complete on a ×1 server, I still did not encounter any bugs while doing so. Gummy and his team invested a ton of time on polishing the server, and it really shows. With all those things being said, let's address the elephant in this room, the original launch of the server. As a lot of you probably know, Felmyst was in development for a very long time under a different name. And because of the frequent updates and impressive showcases from Gummy, the server gained a lot of hype. This was the most ambitious TBC project after Corecraft, but well, without being a meme. But since the server was located in the United States and created so much buzz, even the name change would not help. Felmyst got shut down merely a few minutes after the launch, so it seemed at least.
Block 934.
Gummy published an apology, and besides some tinfoil hat conspiracies, things got quiet around the project. A few weeks later, after the dust settled a bit, the word became that Felmyst was still running and close friends and beta testers still got access to the realm. This sparked some controversy around the realm, and Gummy himself, I never really got why. Given the circumstances, he was pretty open about the fact that the server is still running for people who are interested.
By the way, the footage for this video I recorded on my own local server, which if you were involved with my old project, you're welcome to connect to it and play, I guess, as a way to pass time while we wait for Classic.
I should add that the server is probably hosted somewhere else and under a different management now. There was not a bit of drama with a fellow content creator, but I want to keep my focus on the realm itself and feel like I've got sidetracked way too much already. So let's talk about the current state of the server and a few more key points. Felmyst itself gained a fair bit of hype and population in the past week. What's interesting to me is that the realm seems to convince players through sheer quality alone. Gummy is not really liked as a person, and in a community which thinks in black and white patterns most of the time, sympathies and unpopularity alone can bury realms in an instant. On top of that, we have a quite unordinary launch here. Usually if you don't build up a huge hype months before, and if you cannot showcase a 1.5k population right from the start, your server is dead on arrival by today's standards. Granted, the hype machine before the shutdown was running at full speed, but still, an impressive progress in this fast-paced private server business. This steady increase instead of a decrease in population on the realm is again reminiscent of Nostarius, although by far not as extreme. It feels like the development team takes everything very serious, and by that makes you feel like the server is worth investing time on, even with its low population. Speaking of quote-unquote low population, there are about 1.2k players playing at North American peak times right now. As a European player, I experienced a population which was even lower than that, but never to a point where the world felt dead. You still can find people to enjoy group quests and dungeons with. The best thing is that most of the time you encounter very social and friendly players. Another one of the great advantages in an often called tight-knit community. Low population also equals low ping, and even in Europe I was able to play on a lag-free 120 to 150 ms. Although I would like the population to increase even further, hopefully the ping stays low. During my time playing, the server never crashed. If there was a shutdown, it was because of a planned update. The economy is fine, but playing the auction house and gathering materials through trading would obviously be improved with a higher population. On a positive note, there is no pay to win feature, not even cosmetics or vanity items are included in Felmyst. As you probably have guessed by now, I am really endorsing this project, but there are a few minor problems I've encountered and have to share with you. The pet pathing seems a little bit off from time to time, although to be fair, in a lot of occasions it works quite flawlessly. One thing I've noticed is that weapon skills increase very fast. Not even too sure if I should call this a problem, but it's a bit odd. Battleground PvP is almost completely dead. In the open world you can have some random skirmishes. A lot of the fresh population is still leveling, so finding a level 70 battleground won't be easy. And players who are on their way to level 70 usually won't waste time on queuing BGs. But it's not impossible. From what I've heard, there are some dedicated and strong high-level PvPers on the realm. One bittersweet bit of information is that the server is probably going to shut down with the release of Classic. I don't mind it too much. I think Classic is far away. And on top of that, I think that time you enjoy wasting isn't truly wasted. And who knows, if Classic does not turn out to be pure vanilla and will disappoint expectations, they might even keep the server running. But let's not end on a negative vibe here. With this video, I wanted to express my love and admiration for this amazing server and motivate other players to join in. Yes, as the edgy folks say, I'm shilling the fuck out of the server. In all seriousness, thanks Gummy and thanks development team for providing us with this awesome experience. I didn't have the chance yet to test out the raiding content, but it should be equally terrific. If you want a further impression of that, maybe wait one more month. Or check out TSW. He seems to have a blast on the server and is frequently uploading raid related content. The channel will be linked in the description. If you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Leaving a rating would be much appreciated and feedback is more than welcome. And with all those things being said, I hope you have a great day and to see you around. Bye.